Money is not something I spend lightly. That's why I'm testing out this jigsaw at someone's house before buying it off of Facebook Marketplace. My name is Megan, and I'm converting my GMC Yukon into a camper so I can take off on adventures and travel on a budget. But the journey starts with a much bigger upfront cost. Some things are necessary, like these jugs for my simple plumbing system. Other things, like sandpaper, I purchased much more reluctantly. I have sandpaper now. Very proud of that. While not necessary, it is an important tool for a nicely finished camper. My frugality is kind of what led me to building this camper in the first place. While it was going to cost me thousands of dollars, the alternative would have been spending thousands of dollars on a rental camper, and then I would have had to give it back after. The kitchen, that's the counter in the back. I just did one coat on one side last night for these big ones, so it's gonna take some work. My plans to drive up north to explore the Yukon were absolutely non-negotiable, and by putting the money into my own camper, I could sell it when I was finished with it, travel longer, I can enjoy the experience of building and learning new things. I will use that as a segue from talking about money to now talk about building an experience, or the lack of experience. So I can tell you I'm not very good at making jigsaw cuts. I think I'm using the right blade, and I've kind of searched it, and I don't know what's happening, but it's done now and I have a sinkhole. Not great, it's not very even, it's kind of ugly, but like it's gonna be covered by the rim of the sink. Now I can see if it fits. I really don't know that it will. No, it doesn't fit. But it's close. I just need to cut this side a little bit straighter, and then I think it'll be good to go. Okay. I'm not gonna be able to get this back out. Understand, and I think I just didn't cut straight enough. I will come back to you once I've successfully done the job. This is to hopefully keep me going a little bit longer oh no. All right, that was a very tragic series of events. I got the sink to fit, finally. It took me way longer, but the jigsaw I have doesn't seem to be overly great. It's definitely well loved. Just doesn't like stay tight. I think it's like safe enough to use, but jigsawing will not be my favorite pastime from this, I think. Kind of the main thing that I'm trying to stay on track with is the varnishing, just because it needs like 5-6 hours to dry. And I want to do a couple coats on everything and then 3 coats on the counter. In some ways, like I feel like I'm doing just fine for time. In other ways, I look at what I think I'm gonna get done in a day and I never get all of it done. Ideally, I wanna get on the road as fast as possible, but if it is my sanity, then I'm not worried about it. Hopefully tomorrow I can start assembling some stuff, because I feel like seeing a finished box even will just give me a sense of, I don't even know the word, a sense of accomplishment. The sink really did that for me today. Between not having the building expertise or the willingness to spend money on the proper tools, seriously, I didn't even buy a carpenter's angle thing. Carpenter's tool? I think that's what you call it. I leaned on my resourcefulness, my creativity, and my determination. I went from cutting lumber with my hair down in no safety glasses to using much more responsible practices and buying a pair from the thrift store. I struggled with this little pocket hole jig, which is the cheapest and simplest of the Craig product line, using clamps I purchased from my favorite store, Facebook Marketplace. And another thing I bought used is this work table. I had to use my leg to hold it steady. It just did not feel safe. But I was getting the work done, and that felt really, really good. I was getting better with every cut, drill, clamp, and when I look at what I have created with my own 2 hands, I am so freaking proud. It may not be the best woodworking you've ever seen, and I would not recommend cutting so many corners buying cheap tools, but I also really don't mind having those extra dollars to use at the gas pump for when the adventures begin. Thank you for watching this week's video and hanging out with me. I will see you in the next one when we actually start putting stuff inside of the car.